My name's Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I was a teaching instructor when I was there. I want to talk to you today about what happens if you don't file your tax returns. What is the IRS repercussions? Why haven't I been contacted? I've worked thousands of these IRS cases, so you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Since I represent people and worked at IRS, I'm a unique blend of tax defense. Anyway, IRS knows you haven't filed. Let me make sure everyone knows that they know you haven't filed your tax return. As long as you have a tax return number, they know you haven't filed. But they haven't got around to it. There's millions of people. I think 150, 180 million tax returns need to be filed. IRS only catches up on so many. IRS only catches up on what the algorithms tell them to catch up. I know some of what they use for algorithms, so I know a lot of times why IRS hasn't caught up with you, but they will. They just haven't got there yet. IRS, with all the new programming they have and AI, they're going to find a way to get you sooner or later, probably sooner now, with all the sophistication and AI equipment that IRS is putting in there and the technology. What IRS can do is a couple things if you haven't filed. They'll either prepare your return under 6020B of the code, which I used to do. When I was there, I would prepare returns under 6020A sometimes of the code. So they're going to create an assessment against you. Unless you file an original return, you're going to be stuck with that IRS assessment. Or IRS may summon you with a 725B letter and tell you better get in the office. If not, we're going to, give you a final notice. And you know what? You're going to have to endure maybe U.S. Marshals coming out and enforcing that summons. So I just want to let you know at some point in time, they may have you come in and they'll look at your records, financial statement. You don't want to do any of that. You don't. You just want to get your tax returns filed, but IRS can find a way to get to you. So what I would do is I'd create a tax return for you. You didn't come in, so now I'm going to find your assets. I'm going after your assets. I'm going to choke you to make you file your tax return. So IRS can do a whole bunch of things, but IRS knows you haven't filed your returns. Usually what's keeping people, they don't have their records, they don't know what to do, they know how IRS is going to react. IRS just wants you back in the system, believe it or not. They don't want to do anything. They just want you back in the system. They can close their case and move on, and that's the truth. If you need me, I can prepare any returns under reconstruction. It's not a big deal, but I'm just telling you the extent of what IRS can do if you haven't filed. There's such an easy way to get back in the system, people. Listen to me. Give me a subscription if you would. I can do your returns and settle your case. Thank you so much. I appreciate your ear today.